Well, weird place to start the video. This is future Cohan here, just to give you a heads up about what's gonna happen. So I started this video, how long was it ago? Maybe 8 months ago? It was a real long time ago. It was like at the beginning of this year. Fake Grand Order, Babylonia hadn't even finished airing. I was still new to the whole YouTube thing, so, you know, my voice ain't as pronounced or emotional and excited as it is now. So you'll have to excuse the beginning half of this video. Pretty much what happened was I started it up, I started doing the video, and then this piece here, so this is what holds up Mana, whose name I now know. It held up Mana, but when putting it on, I don't know how well you'll see there, just there, it snapped. Apparently, this is a really common issue with Ishtar, so do bear that into consideration if you do plan on picking her up. Be very gentle with this thing, but after a very long time, I gave up on Good Smile sending the replacement part, and I ended up just super gluing it. Hopefully they're still sending that replacement part, because then I'll just swap it out with this one. But for now, we'll continue on with the review. So, yeah, beginning bit of this is going to be past Cohan. It'll be at a different angle back when I was closer to the window over there and used to have that open. So for a lot of you, this might be the oldest recording you've seen of me, unless you were around from the early days. But if not, you can skip ahead to the later half of the video if... Alright, thanks Thunder. I hope that came out in the video. That was really weird. It's about to start stalling, so I might have to delay this video again. But yeah, if the beginning part of the video is kind of weird, feel free to skip ahead. I won't double down on everything. I did show off everything in this box. Here's a quick once-over so you guys can see it. Feel free to, yeah, skip to that end bit. Hopefully I don't go and break this again, but if I do, we got super glue. Alright, that's it for Future Cohan. I'll hand it back to the old me to start the intro. Hello everybody, we're back again, and today we've got Ishtar from Babylonia, Fate Grand Order Babylonia Singularity, also the Absolute Demonic Front Babylonia anime, which has been airing still. I think it's still going on. I think it's got like 3 or 4 episodes to go. I couldn't help myself but buy this one. Like, Rin is the best, but Rin as goddess is kind of better. Let's face it. I just really like her design, as well as her, like, I don't even know what it's called. Like, I still haven't watched the anime yet. I'll probably get to it once it's finished airing, or maybe I'll get tempted into doing it. I don't know if I should play Fate Grand Order first to its finale to see what's going on in that last singularity, or if I should just jump into the anime. But we'll see. So yeah, I figured I'd pick up Ishtar, because I found her on Amazon. She was not cheap, but she was cheaper than anywhere else. So I figured, hey, what the heck, why not? May as well. I've got Rin, been wanting Ishtar, and she's probably only going to increase in price if anything. Oh man, she comes with a lot of parts. Jeez. Okay, let's see. How is this attached on? Where's the tape at? How am I gonna do this? Okay, here we go. Also, whoever sold this thing, like, they put their own sticker at the bottom of the box, and I'm not a big fan of that, so of course I took it off, and it left so much of that, like, little sticky residue on it, and oh my gosh, it took me about, like, 2-3 hours of constant rubbing and dabbing it with a wet towel to get it all off. But in the end, we got there. Now you can barely notice anything was ever there. If you ever sell your figures, please take those stickers off. No one wants them. And the longer you leave them, the worse it's going to be when someone does want to take it off. Alright. Tape time. So, what do we have here? We've got 2 bases. Oh man, so her what's this thing called? Does it have a name on this box? I can't read Japanese. Her arrow thing, we'll call it that. Her bow and arrow has its own base, I suppose, and then I guess these things are parts to prop it up, as well as the base for her. How many parts does it have? It's got the 1, 2, okay. So it's got 1 part to prop it up, 2 parts to prop it up. What's the third? I don't know. We'll figure it out as we go, I guess. And then in this giant thing, man, okay. You know what? This justifies the price. Like, compared to other Nendoroids, this has a lot of pieces. What the heck is going on with her legs? That's weird. I suppose it'll make sense when I put it together. So we have a whole bunch of hands and arms and legs. This thing, is this what she shoots out, or is this her sword? No, I think that's her sword. This is probably what she shoots out. And this is the shooting out effect, I guess? This is the back of the bow and arrow thing. Honestly, she kind of looks like a rider with this thing. She can ride this thing. And I think this goes along the back, maybe. Let's see, what do we have in the box now? Might be a while until I can buy some new figures. Thankfully, I've got a huge build-up already. But the economy is absolutely wrecked. Like, the Australian dollar is so bad, so like all my orders have gone up by about $100 in total, and oh man, that's gonna be bad, because I've got a couple of rare figures that I found on Army for MASH, her casual outfit, and Saber Alter Rider, which is also pretty cool, and I was like, they're rare and they look pretty great, might as well pick them up, but now they've jumped up in price because of the dollar. Alright, let's get you back into place. And there we go. Here she is. Out of the box pose. Just the regular smiling thing. Man, there is a lot of detail on this figure. Let's get that straight. Unless that was meant to be like that. Okay, yeah. I'm feeling this figure. I can justify the price with how good the quality is. Who made this one? It was sculpted by Toy Tech DTC. Might have to keep an eye on who these sculptors are. Alright, so then we have a shouting pose. Oh, shouting face even. Nice. And then can't have any kind of... Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, cool. The earrings move as well. Man, what the heck? What's up with this level of detail? I am so digging it. But yes, we got Tsundere Rin face, a classic. Can't go without it. And then we have this thing. I should probably look up the name if we're going to keep, instead of calling it just, you know, bow and arrow thingamabob. Man, the details are pretty great on this guy. Right, let's put that back in. And then we've got what appears to be like a planet orb thingamabob. I guess that's an attack-like thing, maybe? It does kind of look like she's holding a planet when she uses it, but there it is. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just like a ball of light she uses, like an attack, like pew pew. I don't know. We'll figure it out when I watch the anime. Anyway, let's go on to poses, shall we? Alright, here is our first pose for Ishtar. Of course, I went with the Tsundere one. She's just got her arms kind of crossed, her leg in the air, and is kind of got her head tilted off to the side, but still looking at you. Because that's how them Tsunderes be. One thing to note with this figure is her back over here where the joint connects. It's kind of shallow. If you can see, there's a bit of a gap between the bigger circle bit and the rod protruding out, which kind of makes it feel like she's going to fall over. But the figure, it sort of holds, but personally I'd like it to have been a bit deeper, but I don't know, maybe they didn't go for it because it would have messed up the design somehow, I don't know. But that's just one thing to note if you're putting this figure together. Other than that, the legs. So the legs are actually on ball joints. So they're not on the usual same things as the neck joints as they usually are. They're just on individual balls, so I guess you can rotate them a bit better. Let me show you what I mean. So it's just kind of got a hole in the actual leg itself, and then it attaches to a joint which is in the figure itself. I don't really know what the point of this is. This was in the spare leg parts. Maybe it's to have her legs extend out, but I don't see why that would be the case. I don't really know. It doesn't really say anything on the instructions about it either. But I guess if it's gonna come up, we'll figure it out eventually. Anyway, let's move on to the next pose. Okay, we're back to the present day, months and months in the future from the last part of the video, and now we're checking out finally a pose with Mana in the air. Mana is no longer grounded due to broken parts. She has flown up, ready to take flight to the heavens and whatnot, and other cool things. Let's get a better angle. So this one, it's using both of the parts of Mana. Ishtar's in the air. It's really cool. I really like this pose. I'm sure I could get the bases to be like straight and aligned if I really wanted to, but this is alright. Since this isn't what we're gonna leave it as, nothing really attaches between the two boats, or two halves of the boat. It just kind of, you know, sits back there. The effect part is just, let's see if we can get a better view here. As you can see here, if I move the camera up, it just kind of sits in there, just down there, which is fine, I suppose. You're not going to see it too much from this angle over here, but she looks fantastic. I really do like this pose for Ishtar. It's probably one of the most dynamic things I've seen for all the Nendoroids I've done up till now, ironically, since this was one of the first. But yeah, it looks fantastic. Pretty much the way you do this, you just switch the arms, switch the legs around. I did figure out what this little bit here is now. It's to keep the holes in the legs the same shape so they don't bend over time. But yeah, again, if you're going to use this pose, do be careful of those bits holding Mana up because they break super easily. But yeah, that's it for this pose. So let's move on to the final pose at long last. Alright, after nearly 2 hours, we are finally at our final pose. Oh man, this Nendoroid is actually really high level in terms of posing her. So, I originally tried to do this pose here, but because of Mana being so heavy and these support things being so thin, it just wouldn't stay up. I couldn't get the angles right. It drove me insane for an hour. After a while, I just gave up and I moved on to this, which is just as hard, but at least it doesn't take up one base. It uses both of them. It does take up a lot of space. I'm hoping I can fit her on my shelf because she looks really cool and I like her. But who knows? I will try, and honestly, I'm willing to put her sideways if that's what it takes. But it looks really cool all in all. Look at that. Check her out. It's got all of Mana's pieces. It's got that cool lighting effect. Plus, that thing that's holding the front of Mana up is really stable, which is nice, not having to deal with these goddamn tiny things over there. But, yeah, time for scores. So, let's, for now, we'll get a better angle of Ishtar. Oh god. There we go. Oh god, no, that's a terrible angle. I suppose I'll just hold the camera. So, score-wise, I'm absolutely taking 1 point off for the terrible things holding Mana up. Those things just do not work. You damn thing, I'll burn you. Honestly, they're terrible. Absolute mess. As well as I'm going to take off another 2 points for opposability. It's kind of impossible. Honestly, I'm convinced the one where she sits down on mana is not possible, at least with the parts given. I even tried using the second support thing that's supposed to hold up the backside of mana to prop up this big pit, but just didn't work. So I gave up eventually. But she's a cool Nendoroid. I really like her design. If you can get the poses to work, it's fantastic. There's just so much going on here with just all these pieces, and it looks really dynamic, honestly. So I'm a big fan, but all in all, Ishtar is going to have to get a 7, which, take it as you will. I still think she's a good Nendoroid, just be careful if you do get her. So, that's it. That's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are a fan of Ishtar, though, there is a video coming up soon. I'm going to roll for her in Fate Grand Order. So wish me some luck down below in the comments. Hopefully we can add her to our Chaldea. That will be up sometime after Thanksgiving event at least. Because I want to try and roll for pretty much everyone on that banner. But yep, that's the end of this video. Just wanted to let you guys know. Maybe we'll see some Ishtar love in that video. But like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Alright, I'm gonna try and put this on my shelf. Anyway, bye!